What is up, my fellow Star Wars fans? In this one, as the title, the thumbnail, and the overlay spread here suggests, I'm going to get straight into this. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. More than 19 million players. 19 million players got Star Wars Battlefront 2 from the Epic Game Store promo. I cannot begin to express how amazing this is for a game that is 3 years old now. 3 years old, with a game that had support cut this time last year. It had support, literally the final content drop was like a year ago, nearly 10 months ago? And we've got 19 million new players. Now look, I know it's pretty much a beaten record at this point, but I'm gonna say it. I don't understand what was going through EA's mind when they cut it and they cancelled it. I don't know. I really have no clue. But because this tweet, and it could be me clutching at straws, because this tweet is from the EA Star Wars page, I am hoping that this is the sign of them taking notice that yes, people are still invested in Battlefront, people still play Battlefront, and even more people play Battlefront. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. And in my opinion, there is no better time to say, hey, a Battlefront 3 could be in development. Or, we've seen your feedback, and we're going to take a look into it. You know, give us an indication, you know? And with what they've said here, thank you so much for the continued support, even after our final content drop. We'll watch your careers with great interest. May the force be with you, troopers. And they go on to say, if you see a shiny on the Battlefront, be sure to show them how to play the objective. And then, you know, you've got Ben Walk throwing the CT Wen thing in there, and, you know, like old times. I really hope EA see the amount of love and passion for this series and take advantage of it. And do a Battlefront 3. There's so many advantages and opportunities, especially with next-gen hardware. I think now is the time to for EA to really consider this, because I guarantee you there are so many companies out there that would love to have a game that has the history that this game has, to be having 19 million new players and no way to monetize it. Now, that brings into question, how do you monetize Battlefront in a way that fits everyone? Here's what I would do. You keep the maps free, right? All maps are free. Maps, game modes, that's all free. So that way, no player is excluded. What you monetize is maybe DLC hero packs, DLC skin packs, cosmetics, that kind of stuff. Because then that way, that's optional. That's not tied to the game. You know, you buy it if you want it kind of thing. To enrich your experience, that kind of stuff. That's how you can do it. And this is Star Wars, you're sat on a gold mine. How cool would a Battlefront 3 be, right? You take everything from Battlefront 2 and everything from the first Battlefront, like Jyn Erso, Krennic, Greedo, Nien Nunb. You take Dengar, you take those guys, you add them to the Battlefront 2 roster, and that's your Battlefront 3 base roster. With new heroes, Mandalorian, Moff Gideon, Ahsoka, and Ventress. That's how you start it. Right there. You bring those two rosters from those two games with those 4 new heroes, and you've already got a great selling point. You've already got a great selling point. I honest to God, like, EA, please, I am begging you, please. If you're not going to return to work on Battlefront 2, because that's, you know, that's going to be reaching. If you're not going to do that, please, I implore you, now is the time for a Battlefront 3. You have been given a second chance to redeem yourselves. And now the great position that you guys are in, you don't have the pressure now of delivering all the Star Wars games anymore. Other developers are sharing the license with you. We can get more games. So that means you can really focus on Battlefront. You don't have to worry about other Star Wars games, because other companies and developers are coming into the fold now. So you can make Battlefront your battlefield of Star Wars. You can truly cement your own legacy. You can flip the script. You can flip the script on everything people have said about you guys. You can make a kick-ass Star Wars game. You had to buy... You had to invest in 2 more, like, servers. Like, 2 more big servers to hold the amount of players. That's how crazy this is. Battlefront 2 is on a resurgence again. It was on a resurgence before. This time it's even more resurgent. And I gotta give a major shout out to the modding community. Because if it wasn't for the modding community and the Battlefront YouTubers that have kept the spirit of this game alive, it would have probably been dead in the water. So, big kudos to them. But EA, if you listen to this or if you watch other people, please, just tell us, say, hey, Battlefront 3, when? Something like that. And then we go, oh, maybe. I mean, hell, just seeing Ben walk underneath this saying CT when. If that don't bring a tear to your eye, I mean, Christ, I used to look forward to those updates every single month. You know, CT with the latest content, the latest fixes. What have we got this time? What can we unpack? What can we explore? So much potential. So much potential. And if you do it well, you can monetize it, you make money, and then us, the fans, are happy. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Now, I know people have asked the question, would I want a Battlefront 3 with a campaign? I think you should still have a campaign, but I think it can be something as simple as the original Battlefront campaign, where you play as a clone through the Clone Wars up until Empire Strikes Back. Something like that. Not really a character-driven storyline like Iden Versio. You just have a random trooper that you just play through the campaign with. Something simple. Something simple, and you really focus on the multiplayer aspect of the game. You really hone in on that. Obviously, you work on instant action, co-op, and the offline modes, and arcade, of course, obviously. But you really hone in on making this game the best live service Star Wars game you can. Like this, there's so much potential with this. It's crazy. And I'm just so gobsmacked that EA never tapped in to the potential that is on this game. It's crazy to me. Look at the mods. It's obviously, we're not going to be playing with Lego Star Wars type mods. You know what I mean, though. You got, like, Mandalorian Season 2 stuff. You've got, like, a Ben Solo mod. You've got, you know, Mace Windu, Qui-Gon Jinn, you know, Poe, Hux, all these people, you know. This would be amazing, you know, absolutely amazing. Work on the Ewok hunt mode. What you do, instead of just Ewok hunt, you have it like, you know, Tuskens versus Jawas, Wampas versus Rebels. You can have a hunt mode, go all out on it. There's so much you guys can do. And I truly hope that someone involved with this franchise over there sees my video here. Because please, I'm telling you, there's potential. And you guys can do it right. If you do it right, the fans will show up. It's not hard. Star Wars fans are very hard to please for the most part. But the Battlefront fans, it's quite simple. It's not that hard. And as good as Battlefront 2 was, getting content drops every month with like a skin or something wasn't enough. Skins and cosmetics, you drop them regularly. The maps and the heroes, you drop them more sporadically. Because what you don't want is you don't want too many heroes where they all feel kind of the same. If you know what I mean. But what you could do is you could have Ben Solo on one side, Kylo Ren on the other. Just like you have Anakin on one side, Vader on the other. You could have stuff like that. Have them have the same fighting styles as such. You could have different versions of different characters. You know, all that kind of stuff. Multiple skins. There's multiple possibilities with this game. To hear that it's got 19 million players from the Epic Games Store. You know, I know there's been some leaks recently, you know, quote unquote, regarding Battlefront 3. And it's just weird how these leaks have surfaced, and literally a couple of days, this has come up. And a few days before, like about a week before, like last week, about the servers needing to be upgraded. Like, the positivity is rife. And I just really hope that EA listen here, and listen good, right? I like the Battlefield games, but right now they can take a back seat. Because this... a Star Wars multiplayer game like Battlefront, if it's successful, will dominate the market. Will dominate it. The reason why Battlefront 2 didn't is because of your loot box system. Your microtransaction malarkey. You shot yourselves in the foot. You caused that. And then you got rid of it and you redeemed yourselves. And then obviously you want to break away from the legacy because people have that stigma that the game's still the same game. Trust me, guys, the game is not the same. It's by far and above better than what it is, what it was originally. And I felt like we were just getting started. You know, we were having DLCs tied into releases. You know, then we had Clone Wars Season 7 coming up. Mandalorian was fresh. I was thinking, oh my god, are we going to get content for those? No, we cut content. Boom. And it felt like it was rushed because the content we got in the final drop felt like it was supposed to be stretched a little bit more. You know, you have a Kylo Ren skin, 2 skins for Rey, a Palpatine skin, and a skin for Darth Maul, all released in the same time. Like, I'm just thinking, was that Darth Maul one meant to be released at a later point? Just some food for thought. But anyway, you know, I really hope that EA take note of this, really sort of down on this, you know, get on it. Now is the perfect time. Now is the perfect time. And, you know, with all that I've said, welcome new players. If you're a new fan of Star Wars Battlefront 2, all the power to you. All the power to you. Welcome, 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 welcome. In fact, I might even play the 2015 Battlefront just for laughs. But 19 million players in one weekend. Like that, EA, if that's not saying something to you, I don't know what is. Companies would absolutely kill. Seriously, they would kill to have 19 million new players playing a game that is 3 years old, no content drops in a year, and is free. Please, please, please wake up. Take this as a sign that, come on, get on it. Get on it. And I swear, Battlefront 3, I'm there. Day one, I'm there. As are many others. You really turned it around with Battlefront 2. You guys turned it around. And people will show. People will show up in droves. I've said this ad nauseum. You guys redeemed it. And when I see people getting angry at other people in the comments for making petitions for Battlefront 2 to continue, why are you guys getting angry? They're passionate about the game. This game should have never stopped. Should have never stopped. If this statistic isn't fact enough, I don't know what you guys want me to tell you. But I really I don't understand why they pulled the plug. I really don't. But I mean, you know, obviously they pulled the plug for everyone to go and work on Battlefield, which was a massive misfire because Battlefield fell harder than Darth Maul did down the Naboo chute. You know, it fell harder than that, and Darth Maul was in half. Battlefield was at least in about 6 pieces in 5 billion different places. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that they're listening and that the powers that be are taking heed of this. And now that EA Star Wars themselves are actually acknowledging this, and look, it's one thing if executives and people who work at the company acknowledge it. If the actual the whole company as a whole is acknowledging it, that to me is a good sign. A good sign that yes, we're making noise. And Battlefront 2 getting updates and stuff, I don't see that happening because most of the team's gone. I see a fresh Battlefront happening. And if so, EA, I'm going to pull the mic closer. Now is the time. Now is the time. Do it now. Now is the time. Please, make it happen. Make it happen. Make it badass. Make it sick. Make it awesome. Because you guys are in a good position. If you take your time, and look, if you delay Battlefront 3 for let's say a year or two, then fine. If we get a complete game, and it's got every era, everyone's satisfied, everyone's happy, you're making money, we're happy, you're in the driver's seat. It's a win-win. There's a reason a game, I mean, I hate to use it as an example, but there's a reason like why Fortnite is still popular. Because it knows how to please players. Regardless of the pricing of stuff and all that, it knows how to appease people. And it finds ways to keep it fresh. And that's Fortnite. So if you do it with Battlefront, come on. It's just good business. As Cutler Beckett would say from Pirates of the Caribbean, it's just good business. Now, anyway, you guys and girls leave your thoughts down below, and I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. But 19 million. Oh my god. Wow. We need a Battlefront 3. Battlefront 3 when? Battlefront 3 when? That's on the thumbnail. Anyway, I will see you all in another video soon. The Force will always be with you. And remember... Oh, wait, this isn't one of my Cobra Kai videos. Yeah, I'll just say, may the Force be with you. Always. I feel like playing some Ewok Hunt